Hi everybody, welcome to another exciting stream on Bowtie Gaming 14. It's time for more Octopath. This will be the last episode because we did finish the story last time. This is just... I think there's at least an hour or so's worth of content I can do still, so I'm doing that, and then we're pretty much going to move straight on to Dragon Quest VII at that point. So yeah, the main things that are left are all the party chats. And two things that open up now that we got the true ending. They both involve the strange house, but one's significantly easier than the other. And it's not even close. So yeah, if you go towards the glowing orb, you face the super boss of this game. It's not one of the dark gods, it's actually a giant dragon that contains an orb that you can use to decorate, or, so by defeating the super boss and building the strange house, what it does is that it grants you access to, I think it's like the... essentially it's like a tavern of sorts, where essentially it's like the credits room, where it's like every single major developer on the game is hanging out in a tavern in the back. I think it's called like the Tavern in Nil or something. But essentially that's your reward for getting the strange house built, and then also getting a gem place which is dropped by the super boss. I will for sure be doing building the house because that's the comparatively easier step. I just gotta find the darn thing. But yeah, this is something that doesn't even unlock until after you've essentially beaten the game twice. Yeah, I might have to look up how to do that, or where this particular thing is supposed to drop again. Let's see. There is a guide online that tells you exactly how to unlock this thing. It's really helpful. Might take me a minute to find this thing. Essentially, we're looking for a journal that starts a side quest.
Alright, let's go.
Which will give us the strange key so we can build the strange house. Okay, here it is. Priestess Journal. I lived on the island all my life, surrounded by pure blue skies, gentle breezes, and loving priestesses. They were also very kind to me. Not only my mother, who is head priestess, but my sister priestesses as well. There, on the idyllic Isle of Agapia, I never questioned anything. The island itself existed to produce maidens who would guard the divine rings, and the training required was rigorous. One needed the stamina to wield the divine power and continue dancing for days on end, as an unwavering heart. I evidently had neither. No one expected me to become a maiden. Not my mother, not my sisters, not even myself. There was nothing for me to do here. I questioned my existence day after day, until one day a man visited the island. He saw the power within me and taught me there were things even I could do. His blue flame enveloped me and I was released. Thus did I become Signa the Little Finger. The blue flame's color changed and it continues to reside within me even now. Sir Santos, I exist for you and you alone. So this goes into how those two met to begin with. Which is implied that they're siblings too, which also implies that Cygna's your sibling, because all three of you are siblings. Chosen one, go to that place where the rings were once sealed. So yep, there's actually one more side quest that opens up after, or truly in post-game content. Then we have to go inside the temple, and then the location of Agapia will be revealed. So yeah, this is an area you do not have access to until the post-game. Suppose their purpose is pretty much done at this point now that the rings have been either destroyed or sealed. Ring bearer chosen. Good, we've been awaiting you. There's something important we must tell you. For a moment, your existence is wiped from the minds of all those who dwell on the continent. Yet you overcame the Flamebringer's trial and freed the hearts of those imprisoned. You and you alone. Ring bearer chosen. Our souls will not last much longer. Let's offer you a final prayer. Go to Agapia, the island hidden in the Middle Sea. The mist shrouding it's been lifted. There you will find those to assist you in your journey. The world's in your hands. Please forgive us for not being able to do more. Know that we will always watch over you. Farewell. Light of Orstera. Okay, this is why it's level 65, because you have to fight the island's guardians first. Stop right there! Never mind, I guess. Unless you mean to snuff out the final flame. Excuse my rudeness. If you've come here, then the priestesses must have told you to do so. I am Atarix, the High Priestess. Please follow me. The Ring Maidens haven't come to Agapia in ages. I wish Signet would teach me about maiden stuff again. About that.
Got a sec? Thanks.
Oh yeah, and then the other thing, you're basically the main reward for beating the super boss is you get access to the final 4 songs in the soundtrack. You cannot get these things unless you unlock that tavern, and to do so, you have to kill the super boss and get that 1 orb. Another recruitable cat. Meowstasis of the Paw Beans.
Got a sec?
Okay, so the cat gives you the
Thanks.
strange key, okay.
Let's do it. Got a sec? Thanks.
I suppose, like Ulbrich, others survived that were from Hornburg.
Got a sec? Thanks. Got a sec? Thanks. Got a sec? Let's do it. Pretty neat. Got a sec? Got a sec? Pretty neat.
This is the village of the priestesses whose duty it is to safeguard the rings. Even within the Order, only a handful of people know of it. It's the hidden village of the people of the Sacred Flame. It was our sacred duty to stop the rings from falling into evil hands. We were tasked with this job by the Flamebringer himself. Pathos, Theoria, Philia, Apathia, and Signa. While they were all born to different parents, they were all my daughters, raised in this very village. Their souls have departed to that distant place, by the master of the dark flame trying to change the world itself. And there's only one person who can stop him. Ringbearer Chosen, my daughters chose to believe in you, and so will I. May our flame always be with you. So Xantos visits Agapia to cleanse his dark blade, the demon blade, Feasteralda. However, he learns the ritual requires them to call on the sacred flame. It's been too long, priestess. Xantos. We meet again as I knew we would. I require your aid before the coming battle. You corrupted Signa and murdered Phoenix and the Ring Maidens. For you who had put this world in danger to appear before me so brazenly. The demon blade Feasteralda. This sword imbued with the dark flame, it must be cleansed. And for that I require the power of a priestess. A purification ritual. This is what you seek. You profaned a divine covenant. Such darkness is beyond any I've seen before. Should I perform the ritual, you ask, you might be forced to confront a terrible evil. No matter, I will lay low what comes. I'll do what I must to destroy the evil that yearns to bring the world to ruin. The 13th child of Orso, Galdera the Fallen. When I sensed his emergence, I foresaw these very events. Ringbearer chosen, I put the question to you. Should I lend this sinful man my strength? I mean, he did help us kill Galdera. If that's your wish, I shall aid him in his quest. In service to you, Ringbearer chosen. For that's the duty of the Ring Maidens. May it serve the greater good of this continent. I care not for your reasons. Begin the ritual. Time is of the essence. To cleanse the blade of the darkness that has taken root, we must call upon the sacred flame. With your power alone, this might prove an arduous battle. A greater flame may yet carry you to victory. The purest flame. Speak when you're ready to proceed. Yes, we're over level 65, so I think we'll be fine. So Xantos and Rondo must be in your party to proceed. Okay, so he just has to be in the party. Okay, they both have to be in the party. Yeah, it's like, if I'm gonna sacrifice some people, it's probably gonna be those two. Everyone else either does too much damage or is too valuable. Are you prepared? The preparations are complete. Let's begin. As expected. Come, I shall reduce you to ash. Do you really think your flame is enough? Rondo. Sir Xantos. Tell me, why do we have to fight? What happened to you? I know your heart, your greatness better than anyone, but must you carry the pain and anguish of the world alone? It's an awful burden for one man to bear. But that's your nature, isn't it? It always has been. Why don't you share that burden with us? Or are we too unfit for you to rely on? Mine's a path that must be walked alone. What? It comes.
By the sacred flame, I will vanquish you!
Demon Blade's curse.
Allow me. All yours.
Feel the pain! Quite effective!
Be cautious! Bathe engulf all who oppose me! Ready!
I will fight. Die by my sword!
There's only one move.
As you wish.
I will not hold back.
The scales ever favor the righteous. Thanks.
Let us begin.
Stop it!
This way. As you wish.
How could you?
Must rally. The guard is broken.
Let's go.
Now. I swore that I would get stronger.
Thanks!
Falling back.
I won't hold back!
Ready or not. Much obliged.
Summon all your might. Now.
I've got you. It's our turn. Here.
What to do?
Thanks. Cool.
Let's do this.
Thank you. All yours.
Get out of here! Here I go! Here!
Are you ready? Allow me.
I storm. Let's do this.
I will fight. May I? Out of my way. Sorry.
Yeah, this thing hits like a truck, jeez.
Stand back. early to bed
Need
down.
to turn it around.
I need to uncover the truth.
You're much too kind.
I've got you.
Yeah, this thing really hits like a truck.
You'll
Jeez.
pay for this.
Yeah, say Ophelia might be necessary in this fight.
I have a duty to fulfill. I will not hold back.
I won't lose again.
Are we in trouble? Have
You're
this.
much too kind.
Job done.
Be way.
Yeah, Ophelia's gonna be really necessary.
die.
I won't lose here. No.
Yep, definitely having Ophelia in this party.
This ends here.
Let me catch my breath.
As you wish. Ready.
I will.
As you wish. Falling back.
This should help you a bit.
Do not underestimate my flame.
Cut! Die by my sword!
Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Found it. Hey! Need to turn it around. Here.
I thought, let knowledge, this is it.
Let us begin.
I see through you. Let's take it! Better be ready!
Now's my chance.
Please, allow me!
Let's go. Magia Apocrypha.
Now! Feeling good!
I'll observe from the back. I thought I was here to get out of here.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Don't give up. Don't give up.
Ready! I need a break. Feeling good! How's this?
What to do?
It's not over yet.
Thank you. Observe closely.
My turn. I'm ready. Are you? Let's do this! I need a break.
If you'll excuse me.
Yo, hold on,
In Elfric's name, don't
It's not over
fail.
yet.
Thanks. There's only one move. I'll observe from the back.
Thank you. Ready! Here!
You'll pay for this. Done. My turn now. In Elfric's name, be
Ready!
safe. Get one.
Out of my
cold-hearted fiend!
Get one.
Damn it.
Jeez, this is a BS-y fight, oh my gosh.
You mind?
Will not. Well then. In Elfric's name, be
Don't
safe.
fight!
Be cautious!
Thank you.
I needed that! Damn
You'll
it.
pay
Ready.
for this. Much appreciated. My turn now. Gods protect us. I can still give up. There's only one move. Unexpected. What will happen
Let's
to
do
my
this.
research?
I need a break. Will not. You
My
bastard!
turn. In Elfric's name, I can still fight. What will happen?
Out of my way. Thank you.
Cold-hearted
Well then,
fiend!
Let me catch my breath.
in Elfric's name, be
Ready.
safe.
Be
The
cautious!
truth. It's my turn now.
Stand back! Use
Thank
this!
You'll pay for
Bastard!
this.
Too strong!
How could you? This should be a blessing. My turn now.
I'm ready to give it my all.
You're a blessing.
I've got you. It's our turn.
Prepare yourself. In Elfric's name, be
Ready.
safe.
Duty to
What's the
fulfill.
truth?
of my way, blades will never die.
This is it! In Elfric's name, we
Ready,
say
and I will give it the
Now or
power.
never.
I thought I was here to offer my knowledge. I see.
Now!
May I?
This is it!
I'll take.
Better be ready! I hold nothing back! Who's this?
I am
Master!
in trouble.
Protect.
More than stretch. I see now.
Out of my way.
Here we go. Catch me if you can.
Let's do this!
Thank you very much.
Sir.
I won't lose here. I go. In Elfric's name,
I
we
won't
say
lose
it.
another
My
time.
turn now.
Here.
Your blessing.
I've got you.
Cold-hearted fiend!
Yo, taste
As you wish.
Observe more than strength. Ha! I underestimated you. There's no time for rest.
Yeah, as I passing on that fight. It's like, wow, I thought the dragon one was a super boss. That's also a super boss. Alright, with that we can finally build the strange house. Alright, now time to see how quickly I get bodied by the super boss. It seems to connect somewhere. Warp to the location. The Cove of Clouds. You sense a tremendous power. Touch the orb of light. I am Amatsukami no Orochi, father of all dragons. I seek only those who are worthy. Chosen one, I bid you show me your strength.
This ends.
Okay, welcome to Dragon Quest.
What you are truly capable of.
Power of the orbs.
I'll do my best.
Let me catch my breath. For the future of Wishvale!
Do not let me best you so easily.
I've got you.
Be cautious. Use this. Ready.
Are you ready? I've got you.
I thought I was here to... I see. Quite effective.
Ready. As you wish.
It's our turn.
Be cautious.
My turn now. That's quite effective. Observe closely. Magia Apocrypha. Quite effective.
Ready. Let us begin. Eat the flame. Accept your
Are you
punishment.
ready? Let me catch my breath. I'm ready to give it my all. Excellent. Take it.
You know the plan, yes? I'll observe from the back.
Let's make this quick. Let me catch my breath. I'm ready to give it my all. I'm ready. Now. Feeling good. I need a break.
Now's my chance.
Stand back. I see through you.
Do not let me best you so easily.
You'll pay for this. effective.
Do not let me best you so easily.
Well then. In Elfric's name,
I won't lose
declare
again.
the truth. Are we in trouble? I'll observe from the back. I see. Quite effective. What to do? This should help.
Flame will never die. Hold nothing back.
Lord bless, my turn now. Bring about
That's quite effective.
Please, allow me!
It's my turn now. May the gods protect us. Are we in trouble? Feel the pain. Quite effective. Unexpected.
Let's do this! No hold book! I've got you!
My turn now. If you'll excuse me.
Let me catch my breath. I'm ready to give it my all.
Hey! What the?
Here I go.
Stand back! Use this!
I will hold nothing back.
Still fire!
I will hold
Yeah,
nothing
and that's the
back.
attack the guides were talking about. Is like, yeah, he just has the ability to one-shot your entire party. I was just waiting for it to happen. I'm surprised we lasted that long. Alright, so pretty much all that's left in the game besides those kind of bosses are the one-on-one talks between Sylvando and the other party members, and then that'll pretty much be the playthrough, and then we'll move on to Dragon Quest VII. Welcome on in to Super Bosses Are Kicking Our Asses. But I'm not surprised considering what I watched last night on people's playthroughs of said Super Bosses. Like, we're talking, these bosses can one-shot your entire party levels of... Oh my gosh. Well, this... Okay, that... The monster arenas helped me hone my skills even further. Yeah, I feel like that quote was appropriate. I'm truly fortunate that our paths happened to cross. When I first set out from the east in search of worthy opponents, I was sorely disappointed. Until I met you, that is. My shameful defeat at your hands taught me there are heights that I have yet to reach. Truth be told, I was a hair's breadth away from ending my journey right then and there, even though the path of the sword's an unceasing one. You wish to know why I'm so preoccupied with the idea of mastery? Because attaining that level of skill would lift me up out of a life of poverty. To me, the way of the sword is a way to a better life. Traveling with you has helped me remember that, the reason I started down this path in the first place. And I hope to continue to hone my skills by your side, if you allow me to. Thank you, I look forward to what the future holds for us. And perhaps one day you and I might... No, I shall save that for another time. I sure am glad things have settled down in Donetsk. I don't know what we'd do without you. The feeling's mutual? Well, that's nice to hear. A deal has to be fair and square, as I always say. It ain't right for one side to benefit more than the other. Anyway, you're really something else, you know that? Not only are you buddies with all sorts of kings and queens, but the church holds you in high regard, too. Connections like that are worth a fortune. I bet you could cajole folks into making some hefty contributions towards the town's restoration. I know, you want to put it back together with your own two hands, right? That kind of attitude's exactly why everyone trusts you so much. Same goes for the friends you brought here, I'm sure. There isn't a single person in this town who doesn't want to see it bustling again. And it's thanks to you that the place has made it this far. I gotta tell you, I'm always relieved to come back here after being on the road. So what do you say, be my lifelong business partner and friend? Thanks a million, now I feel like I could take on the world. Okay, that's what I thought. It's like, now that Xanthos is a party member, he probably has his own Amity ranking. So technically, we still have to get him maxed out, and then we'll be maxed affinity with all party members. Both you and your allies have grown stronger. There's no longer any on the continent who can stand against you. I should like to see exactly what it is you decide to do with that strength.
Got a sec?
Looking back on it, it seems like he was bewitched by something. Okay, so basically in order to get max affinity with him, we have to finish that quest, so that'll probably get skipped then. I had this picture book when I was a little girl, you know. My mother would read it to me every night. It got thrown out when I was sold off, of course. But I still remember how the story goes. Do you know it by any chance? A knight with a blue ring saves a captured princess. She'd been praying that the knight would rescue her ever since she was sold off. Maybe that's part of the reason I became so obsessed with rings. My knight in shining armor never came, though. I was pawned to a group of assassins who taught me their trade. I killed countless people just to survive. And by the time I was a woman grown, I'd murdered the entire group in turn. Then I was free as a bird. I decided that if I ever found a ring I liked, I'd take it. She's basically, I'm gonna pull a Throne. The only one I haven't been able to take is yours. Not that I care about that anymore. Who needs a ring with someone as fascinating as you around? It's your own fault for accepting me into your band, you know. You're stuck with me now, whether you like it or not. I read the letter from my father. It talked about new medicinal herbs and concoctions that he discovered. He's truly remarkable, still have such a long way to go. Or so I thought until I read through to the end. Aspair, I've heard rumors of your exploits. It seems you've continued your studies even without me and have saved a great many people. You are without a doubt a full-fledged apothecary now. Hope those herbs I discovered might prove a use to you. May we meet again one day as fellow apothecaries. I greatly look forward to discussing treatment methods with you. Until then. My father's pronounced me a full-fledged apothecary. I've always dreamed of becoming just like him. And now I'm one step closer. Thank you, Sylvando. I couldn't have done it without you. There's no need to be modest. I never would have made it this far on my own. Traveling with you's helped me grow immensely. I'd love nothing more than to continue my studies by your side, so that one day I could face my father with my head held high. That's alright with you, that is. Thank you once again. Can't wait to see what we'll discover together. Thank you so much for helping me find my brother. Now I can put my heart and soul into aiding you in turn. Still, I'm surprised by how quickly you are to drop everything and lend someone a hand. Personally, I don't bother listening to people who haven't earned the honor of being called my comrade, and yet you accept every plea for help that comes your way. I didn't understand it at first, but now that we've traveled together, I think I know why you do it. You're trying to fulfill your duty because you believe that's the right thing to do. Restoring Wishvale, ensuring peace reigns throughout the continent, saving those in need. If that's your duty, then I'll fulfill it alongside you. You also have many other comrades. You forge bonds all over the continent. You don't look the other way just because someone's a stranger. And by helping others, you gain more ties to people who are willing to lend you a hand to repay the favor. That's the path you've chosen, and it's your greatest strength. Even if you weren't my comrade, I'd absolutely support you. So please come to me if you ever need anything. I vow to do everything in my power to assist you. It's the Flamebringer's will that we endure certain trials during our time here. Even priests and bishops are occasionally led astray and give in to temptation. And yet, despite all the terrible tribulations that came your way, you never once wavered. Surely the sacred flame is with you always, providing your heart with warmth. Your mother would have been so proud of you. I can see now that you inherited both her kindness and Fried's strength. Did you know that Fried was once a Knight Ardent? When I attended their wedding, they told the story of how they met. Back then, a fierce monster had appeared near Wishvale, and Fried was among the contingent the Knights Ardent sent to deal with it. After a vicious battle, they emerged victorious, but Fried was gravely injured in the process. He was brought back to Wishvale for treatment, which is when he met Usia. Even after his wounds had healed, Fried chose to remain here. They both loved this town dearly. I'm certain they'd be delighted to hear of your restoration efforts. I too will continue to pray for Vale's peace and prosperity. May the blessings of the flame ever be upon you. By the way, you're adopted! This is my grandmother's. So that's where it was. I've been thinking about her a lot lately. Until now, it was incredibly painful to look back on those days. Every time I did, all I could picture was her face racked with grief as she gazed at me. But now, ever since the day of reverence, when I picture her face, she's smiling. It's almost like I can hear her say, "Thank you, Lorana." I do still wonder if she was worried every single time she took her medicine, worried about where I got the money for it. Nevertheless, she knew that I wanted her to get better and live a long life, so she'd take it without saying a word. I wholeheartedly believe that I survived so I could protect the flame in her stead. I never let Wishville's azure flame be extinguished again. This I vow. Sylvanda, will you protect it with me? Thank you. Another song rises to my lips. When I'm with you, I can't help but sing. Peaceful Wishvale filled with light. Fish leap and bound, scales glimming bright. The birds laugh and the people too. In this town of tenderness where no one's blue. Your feelings are as plain as day to me. I promise to protect Wishville alongside you. You're my partner, after all. When you're happy, it makes me want to sing. But when you're sad, all the songs inside me die. And I want to sing about hope most of all. Let's create a future for this town, all of us together. That way I can keep on singing for all the rest of my days. My friend, I believe I owe you an apology. When we first met and you spoke to me of your past, I thought us similar, wanderers who had both lost their homes. But I was wrong. You embarked on a journey to gather your scattered compatriots, and together you restored your broken town to its former glory. For that you have my deepest respect. I must learn from your example. I was once known as the unbending blade of Hornburn. Then I lost my liege, kingdom, and friends during battle. But traveling this road with you has taught me something. And it's that what once was lost can yet be reclaimed. The end of one journey is the start of the next. You have given me courage, friend. The courage to face the future and walk tall. Once this path we share comes to an end, I think I shall embark on a journey of my own. But until that day comes, I shall be ever at your side. I know I told you before, but a man saved my life once. That's why I decided to become an apothecary myself. I still can't hold a candle to him, but I'm getting closer one step at a time. And now I've got someone else I'm indebted to. That's you, Sylvando. You saved my village and helped me get what I need for my ma. I thought I'd repay that debt by going with you on your journey, but I've had such a great time and I've learned so many things. So that debt of mine just keeps growing. But I've made up my mind, friend. From here on out, it's my turn to return the favor. Whenever you're hurt or sick, I'm gonna make sure you're right as rain. 'Cause I owe you one, Sylvando, and that debt won't go unpaid. Sylvando, I'm grateful to Master. Though he drinketh too much, careth too little about coins on his pouch, playeth too often games of chance, and forgetteth his promises, cleanliness, and whatever else suiteth him all the time. Indeed, he's a man of many faults, but I've come to see that he's not all bad. When it cometh to people, he has a good eye. He saw promise in me and taught me the bow, and he brought the two of us together. This journey's taught me how to relieth on others. I've grown not just as a hunter, but as a human being. And for that, thou hast my deepest thanks, Sylvando. But there's still much I must learn. I may still be dancing along to Master's tune after all. While it does frustrate me, I suppose there's no helping it. Someday I will not just be a pupil who revereth her master. I'll be a true hunter, one who can save in him in times of need. Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, if only you knew. Let us continue in this journey of growth together. However long it may take us. Yeah, little do you know, he's gonna be frozen in stone. And you're gonna have to save him from what used to be, or what Grant Crossford eventually became. May the sacred flame illuminate your path. Those are words that we clerics say every day. That which we call the sacred flame was brought down from the heavens by Alfric himself. That flame illuminates the darkness and protects the land from evil. It guides all living things on this earth into the future. Sylvando, I came to realize something during our travels together. The sacred flame not only guides those who pray to the gods, but also those who act with a righteous heart. No matter what challenges you encountered along your path, You kept pressing forward, never giving up once. And that's why you were chosen to wear the Flamebringer's ring. I've grown so much since we met, guided forth by your light. But our journey's just beginning. I look forward to sharing the road with you, Sylvando. Let's live with goodness in our hearts, and become the sacred flame that illuminates all Orstera. May the sacred flame light our path, and we'll together, maybe, maybe not, we shall smite the butthole known as Matthias. Matthias, I'm gonna kick your ass! As you may know, I'm a professor at the Royal Academy of Atlasdom. I teach students around your age the histories of this great land. I must say, being a professor is quite the intriguing job. Teaching others enabled me to deepen my own understanding of the subject matter. And the students' questions, simple as they might be, can sometimes lead to new discoveries for me. Moreover, it's allowed me to spread a wealth of knowledge further and wider than I could have otherwise. I admit I'm beginning to miss my days at the academy, but continue this journey I shall. My reason's simple. I find you absolutely fascinating. Despite being so young, you carry yourself with unshakable conviction. You've grown at almost an alarming rate thanks to your fortitude and untiring efforts. And you've managed incredible feats, one after the next, that have shaped the future of this land. I don't think I could find a research subject so compelling anywhere, no matter how long I looked. I look forward to seeing your story unfold before my very eyes. And once I return to the academy, I fully intend to boast to all my dear students about it. That I traveled the land with Sylvando, as a friend. Since our journey began, I've come to realize something about you, Sylvando. No matter how many times you fall, you always get back up. You have unwavering faith in yourself. I've lived much the same way, always believing in myself. I began working at the tavern in Sunshade in search of something, and I used whatever or whoever I needed to in the process. You were one of those people, at first. But sharing the road with you has taught me something. And it's that even if you seem to have forgotten the fire burning in your breast, you haven't. You stray from the path to help others, and in doing so, forge new bonds. And it's these bonds that help you accomplish what you set out to do. It's certainly one way to live, not for me though. Someday I'll have to tread my own path. But I think for now, I'll continue to walk at your side. And someday I'll kick the crap out of Simeon. This is my sister's handkerchief. It was one of her most prized possessions. When we were young, Mother would always give this to her when she cried. She would tell Ulrika, tears won't solve anything, so dry your eyes and be strong. And whether it was Father's cruelty or the wound she received during training, she held tight to this brooch and stayed strong, enduring it all. If she fell, she got back up and faced every challenge with courage. You've had it this entire time. I know you stood by her side, just as you did mine. You have no idea how much this means to me. You're my hope, Sylvando. The path I walk with you is one bathed in light, and I'll continue to fight at your side from this day forth. Hey, Sylvando, lately I've been thinking. We've all lost so much in this awful war, but meeting you has been its one saving grace. And now we're friends. As a token of friendship, I'll tell you an extra special secret from Riven. You ready? Alright then. Here, have some river beans! First, push all the beans halfway out of the pod. It should look like chicks popping their heads out of their eggs. Next, you want to sprinkle a little salt on top of the beans. It'll look like the chicks have started sprouting feathers. Did you do that? Great, then finally you inhale all the beans at once. Pretty good, isn't it? This is the way the locals eat them back home. Nothing beats it. Come on, don't look at me like that. Have some more river beans. Sylvando. Ever since we met in that corner of Sunshade, we've seen so much and fought so many battles together. There's no deceiving the eyes of the hawk. Life is a battle. You must overcome whatever stands in your way to walk the path you wish. And in that brief battle we know as life, there's something that can never be replaced. Our comrades in arms. We've shared in each other's defeats and disgraces and now live to tell the tale. Sylvando, it's an honor to fight at your side. Whatever happens on the road ahead, know that I have no regrets. Sylvando, the stories reached the port. People are talking about how Wishvale's returned and is thriving like before. You revived a broken town, and for that I commend you. As Lord of Grandport, that is. And as a fellow warrior, I must say you've earned my respect. You're as tenacious as they come and have fought back countless foes. I could search this whole land and never find a jewel that shines as bright as you. So I must ask you, would you like to work for me, Sylvando? With you at my side, I'm certain that Grandport would know peace and prosperity for years to come. I do not jest. I await your favorable reply. Prepare yourself. My apologies. I should have expected as much of the Chosen One. You didn't even flinch. Hope you can forgive me for pulling such a prank on you. I left many things behind so I could hone the sword. House Ravis, my own sister, and a fellow Knight Ardent. Chosen One, I know I'm stronger now when I started this journey. But it's not over yet. If I can grow stronger, I'll keep training to be as strong as he was and as you are. And I'm gonna do everything except get the stones back, and I'm gonna pawn that job off on Ethereum. What the heck? I know this scent. It's that stew maiden's dish. Why did you bring it to me? I'm not hungry. And even if I were, all I'd do is spit in it. I fought at your side because of what she did for me, unnecessary as it was. And then she vanished to the other side of Death's abyss. What a despicable maiden. Wait. It's faint, but there's traces of her soul in that stew. I changed my mind. Bring it here. I can tell what you're thinking. You can hardly believe you're sharing a meal with me after what transpired. I have no interest in what is past. I know only that I will never grow bored in your presence. How sweet, almost sickeningly so. You know, I never knew what it meant to have friends. All I ever did was research on that tiny island. I was called the Great Sage by the other cats. And even when I did field work, I was always out prowling the wilds alone. I thought I could do everything on my own. But then I met you and traveled the land. and even the things I'd seen a million times sparkled like new. In fact, the same old food tasted superbly delicious on the road with you. It's the most fun I've ever had in my life. And that's when I realized that you're my first friend. I've experienced so much on this journey. Good things, bad things, funny things, and sad things. And right there in the middle of it was you, Sylvando. This adventure's given this Kate a brand new lease on his 9 lives. Hope we'll be friends forever, Sylvando. I totally thought... Okay, you're a guy, okay. Now let's go, there's so much for us to see out there. I saw a perplexing house in Wishvale. Did you build that, Stia? Yeah, that was me, but... Even I don't really understand it. All I did was follow the blueprints. I honestly have no idea what the pedestal and painting and all that stuff are for. I've been pondering it myself. I feel like they must hold some momentous secret. Which one are you the most curious about, Sylvando? The pedestal or the painting? That painting does feel out of place, doesn't it? A landscape with a golden sky. Wonder what place it's supposed to be depicting. I get the feeling it's somewhere beyond Orstera, and that you can get your paws on something there. But what would you be able to get? If we knew that, we wouldn't be standing here pondering it. Anyway, so far I've only raveled about 10% of the mystery behind the perplexing house. Being given an exact percentage is just as perplexing. Which is why I've decided that from now on I'm gonna live there and continue my research. I hereby dub this project Kate, Scholar, Isla, and the Perplexing House. So yeah, just to kind of recap what that thing does entail, since I'm not going to be doing it in this playthrough, and there are guides online that kind of guide you through this in more detail, but essentially, once you build the house, you have to go kill that dragon boss. It gives you an orb that you put in this pedestal, and that brings you to a secret tavern. I think it's like the Tavern of Nil, and it's essentially where the developers of the game hang out in-game. It's kind of like an Easter egg section, so like, it's really an Easter egg. That's your reward for, well, an Easter egg, and then also getting the final 4 songs of the game, which you can't get otherwise. That's your rewards for beating that dragon boss. Alright, with that's where we're gonna leave this adventure. 93.5 hours in. Alright, so for the remainder of the time, we'll play the first hour and a half of Dragon Quest VII, so I'm gonna get that queued up. So stay tuned. Alright, let's get this show on the road. So, for what I've heard from people who have played this game, it sounds like it's a really good addition in the franchise, so I'm excited. Hello, not Veronica. Save data created. Let's go! He's like, curse you, feral child! And your fourth! You know what? Because I've been teasing this for so long, it's time for Particio to have his own journey again. This time in the... It's young Particio in an alternate timeline. Alright, so there's 4 difficulties. Easy going, happy medium, tough going, and okay, and then just custom. I'll just start with happy medium.
We all set? Aye, aye!
Right. That's enough for one day. Time for me to head back to the castle. Now then, how do we get out of here? Of course, here we are. You push that side, all right? And remember, not a word about this place to anyone. Even my father doesn't know about it. There's more to the world than this island, and we're going to prove it. Okay, 1, 2, 3!
So that's how it's going to be, is it? You're still not going to tell me what you're up to?
No!
Huh? So you're not going to tell me? Well, I don't care anyway, because I'm not going to waste my breath asking you again. But you haven't heard the last of this. I'm going to find out what you're plotting, and I'm going to tell everyone. So there. I almost forgot. Tomorrow's the day of the pilchard harvest. I'd better be getting off to bed. And so had you. It only comes round once a year, you know. See you later, Mr. Mysterious.
Alright, use L to walk, hold down ZR to dash, press A to talk to people, press X to open the menu. Pilchard Bay. Okay, so you get a free agility ring for playing the 1 and 2 remake. Hello, young Particio. You're back again to ask me what lies beyond the ocean, I suppose. Well, it's only natural for a young man to be curious. I was the same when I was your age. I used to wonder what else could be out there. It was pretty much all I thought about, in fact. So one day I decided to go see for myself, and off I paddled in a little boat. Yep, welcome to the prequel where instead of being in a western town, he's in a seaside town. You know what I found? Nothing at all, though I rode and rode till I was blue in the face. Just ocean and more ocean. No, this is really the only island in the whole world. You're just like, frickin' finally. Just this village and the castle, that's your lot. Can make you feel a little less lonely sometimes, but that's the way things are. Now, is that enough to put an end to your dreaming? No. Well, you'll find out the truth for yourself soon enough. Don't say I didn't warn you. Right, shouldn't you be heading home to bed? Tomorrow's the day of the Pilchard Festival, after all. Our prize fishing boat heads off at the crack of dawn, and you're not going to want to miss it. What are you doing out of this hour, child? You haven't forgotten where your house is, have you? It's over to the west of the village. Now off you go, your poor mother will be worried about you. Oh my gosh, we can pull a legend, or, I mean, to be fair, 11 was like that, it looks more aggressive with the pot smashing because it's from that angle. Also, the pots are, like, closer to the size of the characters. Boarding a boat without permission is a serious breach of etiquette in Pilchard Bay. Boo! Yeah, the barrels are even more jarring. Wandering outside the village at night probably isn't too sensible. You start with a stick. You got free medicine. Particio, are you destroying the barrels and the pots again? Crap! Particio's father, Pollock. He's fast asleep. Particio's mother, Pearl. Particio, is that you? It's time for bed, young man. Up the ladder with you. You need to be up bright and early tomorrow.
Wakey, wakey, young man. You can't stay in bed all morning.
Watch me.
It's the most important day of the year in Pilchard Bay. The day of the pilchard harvest. Your father is already headed over to meet Mayor Maid by the jetty. Now get up and get yourself ready. Come on, chop chop. All set? It wouldn't do for a fisherman's son to sleep in, you know. Head down to the jetty this instant. Your father needs your help. Oh, before you go... take this to your father, will you? You know how he likes his pilchards.
Particio takes the pilchard sandwich. Ba-da-da-da, you got a sandwich.
Off you go now. Take that sandwich down to the ship and make sure he gets it.
Ooh, secret cave.
Oh,
Welcome to the item shop. Pilchard crackers and pilchard pie. Have a party member feast on some of these fishy treats to restore 10 HP. Have a party member feast on this fishy delight to restore 10 HP. Hey you're a local lad, aren't you? And you want to be a fisherman when you grow up, am I right? What? Why ever not?
oh.
I'm not normally ever up by this time, you know, but the morning I walked all the way from Esther. Well, a spot of exercise every now and then never hurt anyone. You got another stick. Oh. You know, Particio, your father and the other fishermen are real heroes. I say this every year, but I wish I married a fisherman when I had the chance. I wonder how long they'll be at sea this year. I just pray my dear hubby and his shipmates make it back in one piece. Oh, to sail the seas in a mighty ship like Captain Pollock and his crew. Word is they're gonna venture even further north than usual this year. Yay, hooray, it's the day of the pilchard harvest, and that means it's festival time too. We learned about it in school. Mayor Maid's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-granddad started. That's why it's so great. Yeah, take a sip of water every single time I accidentally press the B button. Pat the kitty. I say, it's Particio. Good morning to you, young man. You'll be ably assisting your father today, no doubt. Well, bravo. Wish my own dear daughter were as helpful as you, but oh no. She rushed off before breakfast, and I haven't seen hide nor hair of her since. Honestly, my Maribel will be the death of me. Where in heaven could she be? I was made to be a maid and get paid to be a maid. I pray my looks will never fade. What are you doing here, Particio? If you're looking for Maribel, I'm afraid you're out of luck. and IRL. Time to raid their wardrobe.
Oh!
Wow, if you don't mind selling that agility ring, it does give you a lot of money. Hello, young Particio. You're going to help your father, I warrant. My own son's going to be taking the helm this year. Can't be prouder. We owe your father a lot, you know. Pollock's the greatest fisherman this village has ever seen. I can't wait to see what weird and wonderful fish they bring back this year. My tummy's rumbling already. Time to go to the basement. Wow, Particio just can't open any chests. Can't believe you're 16 already, or that you've grown up to be such a strapping young fellow, come to think. Remember the day you were born like it was yesterday. Ah, what a to-do that was. But that's enough reminiscing. Must be almost time for the ship to set sail. You need to get yourself to the jetty. Don't let your father down now, will you? Whether you're a fisherman or a humble servant of the Almighty, the pilchard harvest is always the most exciting day of the year. I pray the Almighty will watch over our village's brave fishermen. So, I definitely thought this character was, like, gonna be 12 or 13 years old. No, he's the same age as 11. Jeez. Maybe he just looks more kiddish compared to 11. Like, 11's definitely, like, looks enough like a kid, but, like, if you were to look at those two and be like, that looks like a kid, 11 looks like a teenager. That's no good. A sailor should be saying ahoy, not a chew. I came all the way from bloomin' Esther to train to be a fisherman, but instead of catching a fish, I went and caught this bloomin' cold. I'm a disgrace to sailors everywhere. In the meantime, I'm gonna look up what the heck a pilchard is.
But I don't see why we can't just head to the usual fishing spot.
Not what I thought it was gonna be. Small, oily fish found in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Okay, also known as a sardine. That is the other name for, like, it is literally a sardine. So literally these guys mainly are known for sardines. My gosh, this is just Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Before Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look that up. When did this game come out? Okay, yeah, this definitely predates Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. The original game came out in 2000. This definitely predates that movie by, like, almost a decade. I respect your opinion, Pollock, but I don't see why we can't just head to the usual fishing spot.
When the ocean tells me something, I have to listen. I've been studying the currents and tides, and we need to cast our nets elsewhere this year. A fisherman's job is to follow the fish. Where they go, we go. End of story.
You're not wrong, but the thing is... Oh, look who's here. You've come to give your father a hand, I take it?
You took your time, my lad. Now, are you ready to actually do some work for a change? Oh, the first things first. Please tell me you brought me one of your mother's sandwiches. Oh, I'm famished.
Yep, here's your sardine sandwich. Okay, that's my next question is, like, what cultural difference is why it's called a pilchard versus why it's called a sardine? Stop staring at
Stop staring at me like that, lad. You put me off my pilchards. Go and swab the decks or something.
Okay, so the main difference is how big they are. Like, it's essentially the same species. Any fish in that species, that, according to sources, that are less than 6 inches or 15 centimeters are called sardines. Anything that's bigger than that is called a pilchard. So essentially they're going for larger sardines. Fish fact for the day.
Oh,
Well, if it ain't young Particio, your dad's been waiting for you. Won't be long to your first fishing voyage now, will it? Well, learn all you can from your old man, you hear? He's the very best there is. Well, that's that. I suppose once Pollock makes up his mind, he doesn't change it for anyone. Still, he's a man who takes responsibility for his decisions. Sure, you'll grow up to be every bit as tough as your dear old dad, Particio. If you want a bunch of salty sea dogs to stay loyal to you, you're gonna have to.
Arr!
Stop staring at me like that, lad. You'll pull me off my pilchards. Go and swab the decks or something. Finally, a chest we can open. Let me ask you something, young Particio. Do you have any idea what I'm going through? Of course you don't. I mean, how could you? Here I am, newly married and leaving my beautiful bride behind. No one could ever understand my heartache and pain. I hear we're heading further north than we've ever been before. Can't wait to see kind of prized specimens we can net out there. From Pilchard Bay to Esther Castle, everyone's heard of the mighty Pollock. You should be proud to have such a famous fisherman for a father, Particio. Of course, his brother is just as famous, or should I say infamous. Listen to me, it doesn't speak too ill of others. Forget I said anything, lad. Yeah, something tells me that's gonna be relevant later.
Oh.
These young sailors may be stronger and more enthusiastic than us old hands, but there's no substitute for experience. All sorts can happen at sea, so you have to keep your wits about you. One wrong move and you're in the drink. Let's take a look at you, Particio. You're short, scrawny, and you don't look like you've done a day's work in your life. You won't make much of a sailor, but if you work on your culinary skills, who knows? Maybe you could follow in my footsteps one day. The important thing is hard graft. Find what you're good at and keep practicing until you're perfect. Get lost, will you? You're about to blow up my cover.
Yes?
Who's that over there? Well, if it isn't young Maribel. Looks like I caught a stowaway. Why such a big deal anyways? Why can't you just let me come fishing with you? Just forget you saw me, please. Did I mention how tasty your stew is? Really, you haven't told me the recipe, so... Flattery will get you nowhere, young lady, and it certainly won't get you passage on this ship. Now get out of here before I tell your father what you've been up to. And as for you, young man, I got a pile of potatoes that need peeling. This is all your fault. I hate you. Plus, it's not fair. One day you'll get to jump on a boat and leave the stupid island behind, at least for a little while. I know all these grown-ups say there's nothing out there except more ocean, but they're lying to us and I know it. I'll get you back for this. I'll tell everyone where you and Prince Kiefer have been sneaking off to. I mean it. Oh, there you are, Particio. You took your time and nearly finished peeling the potatoes. By the way, I couldn't help but notice you getting an earful off young Maribel. She's a spirited one, isn't she?
Now.
It's almost time for us to set sail. I know you can't wait to taste adventure in the high seas, but you're still no more than a codling. You're more of a burden than a help. Don't be sore now, keep up the good work and you'll get there in the end. I know you'll make a fine fisherman one day. You're my flesh and blood after all. In the meantime, you've got a very important job to keep you busy. Looking after your mother. Keep the old girl safe while I'm away, you hear?
Now,
Weigh anchor, hoist the mainsail. Off they go. Ah, there you are.
Thanks.
I've been looking everywhere for you. The king requested audience, a rather urgent one it would seem. You know the way to Esterd Castle, of course. Simply follow the path northwest from Pilchard Bay. Your cooperation in this matter be greatly appreciated. So you got summoned to the castle again, lucky old you. Well, guess what, I'm coming too. That alright with you? Alright, let's get moving, shall we? You can talk to your traveling companions by pressing B. They'll happily chat about all sorts of things, from funny little thoughts they've had to helping you puzzle out your next step on your adventure. A notification will appear in the top right corner of the screen when a companion is itching to strike up a conversation. Be sure to check in with them often. They just might have a nice bit of know-how to relay.
Hey!
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but to get to Esterd from Pilchard Bay, you need to follow the path to the north. And don't even think of making any detours. I don't want to waste any valuable time sightseeing. You're in it for this time, Buster. Well, it seems our prize ship has set sail safely. Imagine you want to be on board, didn't you? Well, all in good time. You have a ways to go yet. That said, you're 16 years old already. You spent your whole life messing around with Prince Kiefer. Well, you'll end up like your uncle. Anyway, it's enough for me. With that, now you can save the game. We're truly blessed to have such trouble-free lives. We owe it all to the Almighty, of course. Still, I suppose an awful lot of work for him. We're the only island in the world, after all. Look, I know you're not exactly Mr. Chatty, but I refuse to trudge all the way to Esterd in deathly silence. I won't even ask you to make the conversation. I'll just let you know when I got something to say and you can choose whether or not to listen. Make sense? Good, then we're on the same page. I've said my piece for now, so let's get moving. Esterd Castle's northwest of Pilchard Bay, but in case you somehow managed to forget already.
Hold on.
I got a secret meeting with Kiefer or something. Alright, fine, jeez. What a slog that was. Well, here we are in Esterd. Right, I'm off. See ya. What's that? Will we be heading back together? Oh, we'll worry about that later. I got places to be. See you around. That totally wasn't sus. I don't like to gossip, but it seems Prince Kiefer is getting mixed up in some pretty dicey stuff lately. Still, it's not his fault if you ask me. Must have fallen in with a bad crowd. Probably a ruffian from Pilchard Bay or some such. Ha 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 ha. About that. A very warm welcome to Esterd. Couldn't help noticing your girlfriend running off and leaving you. Well, plenty more fish in the sea and all that. This place would be perfect if it wasn't for two things. The first is Pike, the ne'er-do-well who lives in the northeast of town. The other is Prince Kiefer. I dread to think of what will become of the two of them. Ah, you're Pollock's son, aren't you? Come for a visit from Pilchard Bay, I suppose. Your father's a fine figure of a man, I must say. I wish they could say the same about your Uncle Pike. Still, it's hardly your fault you're related to him, is it? I'm sorry if I spoke out of turn.
Ooh.
Watch out, you'll make a terrible tumble if you're not careful. You end up crumpled a heap at the bottom of the well, I'm not gonna be the one to fish you out.
Ooh.
I couldn't help but noticing the pretty girl disappearing into the shop over there. Heard the boy had a sweetheart. Maybe that was the fair maiden in question. Another lovely, sunny, trouble-free day in Esterd. The other day I was clearing out my store cupboard and I found a pile of rusty old swords and shields. Can't imagine what we'd ever need weapons for in Esterd. It's been peaceful for as long as I can remember. Okay, you're just jinxing us at this point. Pet the dog. That mean old Pike stole my sweets. Wow, what an asshole. It's like, why is our uncle bad again? Oh, he's just being a petty thief. I don't like to bring it up, but Pike owes us half a year's rent. He's a complete layabout, but there's something lovable about him. It's very hard to dislike the man. Still, this can't go on forever. If he doesn't pay us what he owes, we'll have no choice but to ask him to leave.
Oh.
Hello, Barticio. It's nice for you to pay us a visit. On this little island, everyone knows everyone else. It's like one big happy family. Still, sometimes a little sad to think we're the only island in the world and there's no one else out there. Well, there's bears in the hills to the east, but you wouldn't want to meet them. Here they're ferocious man-eaters. That's why no one goes out that way. Hey, Barticio, how's it going? You know, I ran into your uncle the other day. Well, I'd say I ran into him. I had to chase him out of my garden when I was found leering at my wife through a window. Look, I know it's not your fault what he gets up to, but could you have a word with him? Great, my uncle's a creep. Gonna go slap him silly. Hope you don't mind, but I held myself to 50 gold coins. I'll have it back before you know it. Honest, Pike. Okay, never mind. It probably wasn't that malicious. Go away, will you? You mustn't disturb a lady while she's doing her makeup. But you're 5. Shut up. Okay. The underground tunnel. They're crammed with all kinds of intimidatingly thick books. What do you think you're doing waltzing into my house uninvited? Let me guess, you heard that an eccentric old lunatic lived here and you thought it'd be fun to disturb him? Well, I hope you're happy now. Be off with you. Hey, you're Pike's nephew, aren't you? Right, then I suppose I better tell you. He just got into a massive Barney with his landlord. I mean, I know they're always squabbling, but this feels different. Hello, Particio. You caught me in a bit of a bad time, I'm afraid. It's your uncle. He's been up to his old tricks again. I'm at my wit's end. Oh, Particio, nice of you to drop by. How's old Pollock doing? Out at sea, you say? Well, the pilchard harvest seems to come round quicker every year. And talk about bad timing. Your father were about, he might be able to talk some sense into that wastrel brother of his. Listen, I know I made some bad decisions in my time, but it ain't no liar. The latest fine's a real deal, I swear. It's called the Sizzling Stone, and it's worth enough to cover all the bills I keep forgetting to pay, and then some. Come on, you gotta believe me. Never mind what it's supposedly worth, you don't even have the thing on you. No one's fool enough to take a non-existent item as payment. But that's what I'm trying to tell you, I did have it, right in my midst, the Sizzling Stone itself. I took it with me everywhere, the bath, the bog. Honestly, I have quite enough of this. Ah, Particio, good to see you. Perhaps you could talk some sense into this inn. Perhaps you could have a word with your uncle, please. Where are you going? I need to go explore. Darn it. That's the cleaning done. Now this place is looking spick and span. Only the best for our guests. Particio gazes in the mirror and practices flashing his most winning smile.
Oh.
Say, you haven't seen my Sizzling Stone anywhere, have you, Particio? Looks like an ordinary lump of rock, but I can tell you it's special because it's warm to the touch. I spent every penny I had on the blasted thing. But now it's gone and I'm up to the creek without a paddle, good and proper.
Oh.
Particio, it's you. You couldn't just stay away, eh? Listen, whatever you hear, Piers and I are just friends, okay? There's no need for you to get funny about it. That's tough being a girl in demand.
Huh.
Oi, don't I know that three's a crowd? Buzz off, will ya? Oi, what do you think you're doing? You didn't see anything. You know, our Piers has been spending a lot of time with a certain young lady from Pilchard Bay lately. I think he could do better, to be honest. She seems like a headstrong little madam to me.
Huh.
So I've managed to live for another year, have I? Got a lot to thank the Almighty for, it seems. Now listen to me, you young folks mustn't go rampaging around the island poking your nose into places where they don't belong. The forest, the ocean, the ancient ruins, everything here is just the Almighty wants it to be. After all, this is the only island in the whole world. It's a very special place. Do you think the Almighty really exists? Where do you think he lives? Is he up there in the clouds looking down?
Ah.
Ah, it's Particio. I'm sure you've already received the official summons, but your presence is requested at the castle. The king is waiting. The castle's up there at those gates, although I'm sure you know the way already. Anyway, you should hurry.
Huh.
Welcome to Esterd Castle.
Huh.
Ah, it's young Particio. King Donald is expecting you.
Ah, there you are. I reckon it must be my fault you've been called here again. Sorry about that. Now, you remember the plan, don't you?
No. What plan?
Yeah, very funny. Should we get on with this? The grown-ups keep saying that this is the only island in the world. But that's total nonsense. And we're going to prove it. I know we've been spending all our time fixing up that old wreck in the cave near Pilchard Bay. But we have to face facts. There's no way the two of us will ever get that boat seaworthy. If we want to set sail for new lands, we need to go back to the drawing board. As luck would have it, though, I've been searching through the castle storerooms and came across this book. It looks properly ancient, so it must be the real deal. I found something else when I was down there and all. Check this out. So, what do you think? Looks like a piece of rubble, doesn't it? Well, that's what I thought at first as well. But check out the pattern on it. I've never seen anything like that before. Not that it's important right now, of course. I just thought I'd better show you before I forgot, that's all. Now, the book says there's a place called the Shrine of Awakening in the mountains to the east of here. And it seems there's a way of getting its doors to open, too. Of course, the eastern mountains are off-limits to islanders, which makes them the perfect place to hide something special, don't you think? Anyway, the point is, we can forget about the boat for now. I'm going to head east for a little recce, see if I can find this shrine. You're here because my old man summoned you, right? Well, just try to keep him talking for as long as you can. Hopefully the guards won't twig that I've scarpered. Come and join me once you're done here, all right? I'll be waiting.
Thanks, Particio. I'm gonna remember you when I'm a king. Now, my young friend, would you care to have your fortune told? So you don't believe in that stuff, huh? Well, you're lost. No skin off my nose.
Huh.
This leads to the banqueting hall. This is where the royal family dines. But now's not the time for eating. Off you go. You'll find the king upstairs. Get a load of my new money pouch. Pretty snazzy, isn't it? Apparently it's got the special magic cast on. It means it can fill back up every time you spend the money. You know the best part? It only cost me 300 gold coins. Can you believe Pike sold it to me so cheap? What was he thinking? Maybe money's not important to him.
Ah!
Hang on, I recognize you. You're Pollock's lad, aren't you? Is that right? Summoned by the king, you say? Have you been to see him already? I don't know why the king wants to speak with you, but I do know he doesn't waste words on people he doesn't trust. Now stop dawdling. King Donald is not a man who likes to be kept waiting.
Oh.
Okay, so this is where we trade in for mini medals.
Oh,
Kiefer! Kiefer! Where the devil is that boy? That does it. He's gone too far this time. This is outrageous. Outrageous, I say.
Your Majesty, if you will forgive me, I am sure that Prince Kiefer has his reasons for absconding so suddenly. Please, I beg of you.
He's like, I'm curious,
must
Dad.
find your
Let me
main
go explore.
Honestly, why do you insist on sticking up for that wretched boy?
Wow, tell us how you really feel.
Anyway, to the matter at hand. I have been expecting you, young man. Follow me. We have much to discuss. Sit yourself down, if you would.
Wow.
Now, you're going to look me in the eye, and I'm going to ask you something very important. Is that clear? Tell me the truth. Is there something you're hiding from me? Just as I suspected. Of late, Kiefer has been behaving like a prince possessed. He has been entirely incapable of sitting still for a moment. Do you know what the wretched boy did today? He stole a precious ring that once belonged to his mother. A keepsake I treasure more than life itself. What in the world can he hope to achieve through such acts of petty larceny? I confess that I myself occasionally strayed from the straight and narrow path in my youth, but by the time I was Prince Kiefer's age, I had more than grown out of such behavior. The exact details of my...
I was gonna say, you are kind of a hypocrite, dude.
The fact of the matter is, my son is likely out there causing more mayhem even as we speak, which is why I need you to talk some sense into my idiot boy.
Wow. Father of the Year.
For better or worse, Prince Kiefer is the future of this kingdom. You must impress upon him the fact that his behavior is utterly unacceptable in one who would be king.
His Majesty cares a great deal about Prince Kiefer. I trust you'll not let him down, Porticio.
Huh.
That ring the prince pilfered is very precious. It belonged to the late queen and has a rare gem known as the Sunstone set in it. This was the final straw for King Donald. Prince Kiefer has crossed the line this time. Once again, the prince is nowhere to be found. He's a real handful, that one. Just hope he's not off exploring the hills to the east. He'll end up as a bear's breakfast. Ha 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 ha. I thank you for coming today, Porticio. There's much else I would like to discuss with you, but I shall leave such matters for another day. For now, all I ask is that you keep an eye on my son and ensure he stays out of trouble. I have faith he will turn out well in the end, and I have faith that you'll help me to ensure that that happens.
Huh.
Are you looking for the prince? Well, he might be in his chambers. You know, the one with the blue carpet? But I suspect he's probably out and about somewhere. It's been 10 years since our beloved queen passed away, and poor King Donald is still on his own. What it'll take to get him to notice me.
oh,
Is there any reason you're in the prince's room? I mean, I'm only here because it's my job. I spent most of the last 2 years mucking out this hovel. The prince is about to turn 18, you know? I swear the place is getting more smelly with each passing day. So we're 2 years younger than him? Oh my gosh. Why does he have a sardine pie in his in his drawers? That thing's gonna be nasty by this point. That's odd. I thought I saw something glimmering just out of the horizon. But everyone knows there's nothing out there except the sea and more sea. Must have been a trick of the light, I suppose. You know those old fairy stories, the ones that are full of scary monsters? Well, I wonder who came up with all that stuff in the first place. There really are weird and wonderful creatures out there. I would like to see them with my own eyes. There's no way they're as frightening as the bears in the hills to the east. First thing this morning, I saw a beautiful vessel setting sail from the south of the island. Must have been the fishing boat heading out from Pilchard Bay. The first I've seen of it, and I won't be forgetting it in a hurry. What a sight! Porticio, how are you? Now, as a man of the world, you're doubtless well aware of the existence of ancient ruins on our island. And as you know, these are located in the Forbidden Place, which of course is strictly off limits. Now, according to scholarly research, not least my own, these ruins were actually a complex of tombs from an ancient royal clan. In any case, there's no place for amateur explorers. I trust you'll steer well clear, can I? That's good to hear. Wouldn't do to disturb the sleep of the long departed now, would it? They should be left in peace. Look at this little beauty. It's a map I found gathering dust in the castle storm rooms. It's got all sorts of crazy stuff in it. Islands, continents, you name it. Whoever drew this map had quite an imagination, I tell you. Hold up, I know all citizens of our kingdom are supposed to be free to roam the castle, but there's limits, you know? You might be Prince Kiefer's friend, but I can't let you in here. Well, fine then, jeez! Ah, you're Particio, correct? You're Prince Kiefer's playmate, I understand it. I don't know what your friend's up to, but last I saw him, he was rummaging through every drawer in the castle. I wonder if he found whatever he was looking for. Nothing to report. You know, this kingdom is so blue and peaceful, I feel bad about even getting paid to stand guard. Ah, what a blissful existence. There's never any trouble in this kingdom, and it's all thanks to King Donald. The king's always so busy he rarely has time to join the prince and princess for supper. Pains me to see those poor children eating alone. I hope he has his sister somewhere.
Oh.
Prince Kiefer's table manners are an absolute disgrace. Chicken bones on the floor, soup on the ceiling. Well, it's no surprise, his poor mother died young and he hasn't been raised right. I expect that's why he turns his nose up at half the food I offer him. Everyone's always going on about Prince Kiefer being a complete terror and how he couldn't care less about his royal responsibilities. But to tell you the truth, we all love the little rascal.
Ah.
Let me give you some kitchen tips. Number 1, a meal's not truly over till you finish washing up. The pots have to be sparkling and the knives need to be polished and sharpened. Finish cooking one meal and you have to start thinking about the next one. That's the life of a cook. Oh dear me, I seem to have misplaced my spectacles and now I can't see a thing. Found him. You found him. You made an old man very happy. Now to show gratitude, let me tell you something very interesting indeed. A long time ago, the supreme spirit of good did battle with the supreme spirit of evil. For decades, no centuries, the two mighty powers clashed before good finally prevailed. That's why the world's so nice and peaceful, you see. What's that? Where did the spirit of good go after the battle was over? Don't start picking holes, just a story. Ooh, there's a basement. That we currently can't do anything. But there's a basement. So yeah, basically, make sure you keep looking around and using the camera, because you'll find stuff you wouldn't be able to see if you just kept the camera like this. I don't mean to gossip about the royals, but I found Prince Kiefer having a good rummage through all the old stuff down in the storerooms. The next thing I knew, he was having round the castle with a book in his hand. Seems to fancy himself some kind of treasure hunter, that one. Okay, so there's Kiefer's sister. Beyond this door lies the king's bedchambers. His Majesty's not currently within, although Princess Lisette entered a short while ago. You may proceed as long as your feet are clean. Hey! And you got a mini medal. Charm up plus 25. How fitting.
Right.
Hello, I heard my father summoned you. Hopefully it wasn't too upsetting. No one knows my silly brother better than you. Sure, my father's just wanted to see what he's been up to recently. Oh yeah, there's something I wanted to talk to you about as well. Do you really think this is the only island in the world? Kiefer refuses to believe it. He thinks it's impossible to think that that's all that there is. And I think he's right. There must be other places out there and other people. There have to be. It's no fun to think we're alone, isn't it? Much neither to imagine that there are lots of other places out there. My brother is just chasing his dream. I want you to help him. I want you to find what he's searching for. Also, can you get this headdress off me? Oh, there's a lever.
Ah,
The Rainbow Cove. The Shrine of Mysteries.
At last! I thought you'd never show up. Anyway, this is where things start to get serious. Welcome to the Forbidden Place. No turning back now. Here, take a look at this.
Particio takes the ancient tome. He carefully lifts the heavy cover. He sees an image of a bearded man in a robe holding a staff aloft. The tip of the staff is shining brightly.
So, recognize anyone? Yup, that picture of the bloke with the staff looks exactly like this statue. I've got a good feeling about this. We're close, very close. We just have to, present something to this statue and then, something will happen. Ta-da! Behold the Sunstone Ring. It's been in my family for yonks. Let's see what the statue
About that,
makes
your
of
father's kind of
this.
pissed at you because you stole that thing.
Well, are you with me? Shall I present the ring to the statue or what? Great! I knew you'd come round. None of our useless scholars ever really got to the bottom of all this stuff, you know? They never dug deep enough. It was almost like they didn't want to. Forbidden places. Royal tombs. How can you hear words like that and not want to find out? Well, not me. I've always wanted to uncover the secrets of this island, and I've always known they had something to do with these ruins. There's something waiting for me here. Something that will change my life. My destiny. Anyway, enough talk. Let's do this. Here goes nothing. Huh? Nothing happened. Looks like I was wrong about the ring. But look what else I have up my sleeve. Ta-da! May I present to you
Okay, so you had the sizzling stone.
sizzling stone. Let's see what happens now. Here we go. Still no luck. But we can't give up yet. What about the stone tablet we just found? It's not really shining anymore. But it won't hurt to try, will it? Here we go. Well, I can't deny the book's been something of a letdown. The stone tablet, too. I wanted to find a key that unlocked the world's mysteries, but it seems I was hoping for too much. There's no sense getting upset, though. After all, we can still patch the boat up and look for other islands out at sea. I borrowed the sizzling stone from your Uncle Pike, by the way. Maybe you could get it back to him for me.
Kiefer hands the sizzling stone to Particio.
Sorry this turned out to be a waste of time. But you can't win them all, eh? Now let's get out of here.
Lacking.
Huh?
What was that? You are yet lacking. That voice, did it come from the statue? Let's go investigate, Particio.
Lacking. You are yet lacking.
Is that statue talking to us?
The doors of destiny will only open for those who have been chosen. And you are yet lacking.
The doors of destiny.
If you would prove your worth, you must overcome my trial. Show me courage, which blazes bright. Show me spirit that shines from within. You must find the 3 remaining fragments of stone tablet. Only then will the doors of destiny open for you who have yet to make your mark upon this world. Will you face the trial?
I don't have a clue what's going on, but I know I want to
Yeah,
find
I'm
out.
just saying, if this ends up being
Come
the
on,
evil
we have
entity,
to
I'm
do
like,
this.
this is something that should be
Yeah,
discussed from generation to generation. It's like, hey, you know these ruins? They're housing an evil spirit. Maybe don't go there.
Listen well, unproven ones. All you need to pass the trial lies here, within the bounds of the island. Leave no stone unturned, and keep your eyes peeled for even the slightest change. Go now. Prove your dazzling spirit and fiery resolve by gathering the 3 remaining fragments of stone tablet.
Woohoo! This is it, old friend! We're finally going to unlock the world's mysteries. And the key we needed was on the island all along. We've come this far. We can't stop now. Come on, let's get this trial done.
Kiefer joins the party. Particio acquires the yellow fragment. Alright, things are finally getting interesting. The key to unraveling the world's mysteries is right here on the island. I don't know much about this trial, but I know one thing for sure. It's no match for a dream team like you and me.
Hey!
The fishing expedition should finish up by now, right? Which means your dad'll be back in Pilchard Bay. He's a man of the world if I've ever met one. Maybe we should ask him if he knows anything about the tablet fragments.
Hey!
My dad's always banging on about the key to solving any problem is communication. I think the old man might be right. We should take a listen to what people have to say. Come on, Particio, let's head to Esther and start making some inquiries. Beats traipsing around aimlessly, at least. But what if I want to traipse? No traipsing. Alright, fine.
Hey!
Hey, Particio, we're looking for info about the island, right? I think I might know who would be able to give it to us. His name's Dermot. Dermot the Hermit, everyone calls him, because he lives by himself on the edge of a cliff. He's not the friendliest chap, but I got a feeling he might know a thing or two.
Hey!
I'd say the tavern inside the inn's our best bet at finding some useful info. People are usually a bit more loose-lipped in there. You get to hear all sorts of juicy gossip, the kind of stuff no one talks about in the castle.
Hey!
The island might feel small, but we're not going to stumble across these tablet fragments just by wandering alone, Particio. Why don't we talk to some folks? They might have a helpful hint or two for us. Pike just swore to his landlord he'd pay the 6 months' rent and he owes right away, then headed off home. I mean, it's a nice sentiment and all, but I doubt it'll turn any different from the other promises he's made. I just hope he isn't planning another one of his scams. Well, if it isn't my favorite nephew, why don't you give us a hand with that little pickle I've gotten myself into, eh? As you know, your old Uncle Pike works himself to the bone each and every day, which means sometimes he forgets to take care of the little things. Yeah, I'm noticing the several bottles of booze around your Pike, he has a lot of booze, jeez! Yeah, because let's see, that's 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8... At least 10 bottles of booze. Surprised he isn't drunk off his ass. It's not my fault I'm so busy, but the landlord, he doesn't see it that way. He won't get off my case because I'm a teensy bit behind on rent. What's the problem here? Can't you simply explain your situation to your landlord and pay him what you owe? Thank you, Your Majesty, why did I think of that? But exactly how is a humble working man like me supposed to come up with half a year's rent at the drop of a hat? Perhaps you could enlighten me? Well, let's get going on some tablet fragments to find this is clearly a massive waste of time. What? Stone tablet fragments, you say? You mean those things with the maps chiseled on them? Well, as it happens, I might have seen one of those in my time. What, where? Tell us everything! Come on, Your Majesty, surely you can't expect me to give precious information like that away for free, can you? But of course, if my favorite nephew wants to know, well, I never dream of denying him anything. Oh, I ask that you help me fatten my purse a little. Sound like a fair deal? That's the spirit, right. All I need to do is have a quick poke about town and bring me 3 empty bottles. But listen, I don't want any old bottles. I want nice sparkly ones that you can spot glinting in the sun from a mile off. 3 of those and the job's a good'un. You want to pay my rent, you're my only hope. It's not like anyone else on the island would lend me so much as a brass farthing. Right then, once you got the bottles, come find me at Rainbow Cove up north. Toodaloo! Do you remember when we used to mess with the empty bottles from the tavern back when we were little? We used to hide them all over the place and have treasure hunts. We'd pretend the yellow ones were made of gold so that they were the most precious. Can't help but feel like Pike's using us for his own ends somehow, but if it turns out he gives us another tablet fragment, I won't complain. Right then, Berticio, let's find those empty bottles he asked for. There's bound to be a few around here somewhere. I think we got enough empty bottles now, Berticio. Let's head to Rainbow Cove and see what Pike's got in store for us. What do you think you're doing waltzing into my house uninvited? Can't you see I'm busy? Go on, be off with you. Oh, so you're a door-to-door salesman, aren't you? Well, if you think I'm just gonna buy any old book you bring me, you're making a big bit... when you found this book, did you find a piece of stone tablet along with it? I see, and would you be so good as to show it to me? Looks certainly worse for wear as does the book, but still. Here they both are. When I never thought I'd lay eyes on them again. I hid that book and piece of stone tablet deep beneath the castle when I was a young man. I can only assume you've come to me with these items in hand after hearing the voice of the ruins to the east, yes? I knew it. You must be under the same spell I was when I was your age. I was absolutely determined to unravel the mysteries of the world. I was convinced there was another world waiting for me beyond the horizon, and I would let nothing, not friends, not family, stand in the way of me finding it. And so I found myself in those ruins listening in astonishment to the same voice that must have spoken to you. Then you must know something about how to complete the trial. Indeed I do. I even attempted it myself, though I proved unworthy. I concluded it was simply far too dangerous for anyone to undertake. In fact, I blocked part of it off and built my house here to keep an eye out and ensure no one would ever attempt such foolishness again. If you value your lives, you will turn back. Prince Kiefer, one day you'll inherit the throne. I can't allow you to throw your life away when your kingdom needs you. You're telling us to just give up? Well, don't waste your breath. We're so close to getting our hands on the key that unlocks the world's mysteries. If we quit now, I just know I'll regret it for the rest of my life. What use would I be as a king then, slumped on my throne, wondering what might have been? Come on, Dermot, you know we're not gonna give up now. Fine. Here, take it. Berticio receives the key the party will need to take on the trial. I'm afraid it's not up to me to decide whether or not you've got the requisite metal. You'll only find that out by facing the trial yourselves. In the cave that leads to the cliffs, you'll find a door. Head through and you'll be on the right path. I can only wish you luck, my young friends. This trial must be serious stuff that proved too much for even that stubborn old Dermot. Still, we got nothing to lose, have we? Let's give it our best shot, Particio. Right, we got the bottles, let's head for the cove. It's a funny little place all tucked away like that, but I kinda like it. I feel almost protected in there, you know what I mean? So, did you get 3 empty bottles for me? You're a lifesaver, Particio. Yeah, these'll do nicely. Next, you'll have to find these, fill these beauties up with some of this lovely rainbow water. Give us a shout when you're done. The water glitters and glistens beautifully in the sun, shining with the colors of the rainbow. Fill your empty bottles with water from the cove. They do that. Particio acquires some bottles of water. Particio hands over the bottles of full water to Pike. Well done, lad. I knew I could count on my favorite nephew. Alright, we've done our bit. Care to tell us what you're planning to do with the bottled water? Bottled water? You think this is just bottled water, do you? Why, this is holy, holy water, your majesty. Whether you drink it down or splash it around, good things are bound to come your way. Youth, beauty, riches, the sky's the limit, probably. All I need to do is find some discerning customers and convince them that this is the one and only way to solve all their worries. And you really think this is gonna work? Confidence, that's the trick with stuff like this. If you believe it, they'll believe. And then they'll be chucking money at you. Alright, let it never be said Pike ain't a man of his word. Come on, you lot, let's go get your rewards.
Ayo?
This the spot? No, I think it was on the wall here. Here we are. I stumbled on it after I'd somewhat overdone it one night and came to splash some water on my face. I saw the stone tablet, but it didn't reckon there was any money to be made from it, so I left it where it was. I don't have the foggiest why you're so keen on collecting old bits of rubble, but if you think it's a fair reward, who am I to say any different? I wouldn't normally trust your uncle any further than I could throw him, but it's not like we have any better ideas. Come on, let's head in. Water flows your path impeded. Perhaps some movement is what's needed.
Hey!
Well, if the water's stopping us from getting past, all we have to do is stop the water. There's even a couple of nice big stone blocks here for good measure. See if that won't do the trick. Block puzzles.
Hey!
Listening to Pike's got us this far, so I'm guessing we have to keep trusting him. Come on, Particio, the tablet fragment must be around here somewhere. Nice one. Trust my favorite nephew to take care of business. Alright then, let's have a look at the stone tablet. I'll give you an expert appraisal of its value, and I won't even charge for the service. We appreciate the offer and everything, but no need to be shy, your majesty. As the responsible adult in the room, I just think I should take a look so I can tell you what it's really worth. Come on, my dearest nephew, cough it up, or are you gonna make me do this the hard way? Alright, your choice. Let's take a look at under your hat. Okay, let's try your pockets. Bingo! Well, if it isn't my sizzling stone, I thought I'd lost this little beauty. How'd you get your hands on it? Partitio's been pickpocketed by your... I knew my luck was gonna change if I could offload this little beauty. Well, forget about 6 measly months' rent. I could buy Esther's bloomin' castle. Won't be needing all this holy water no more. Why don't you take a bottle for yourself? Well then, I best be off. Fine work today. You asshole. Your uncle really is unbelievable. But who cares about that? We got ourselves another stone tablet. All that effort was worth it in the end. Unless he's a demon. Alright, look for the next fragment. You know, we got a pretty decent collection of tablet-related tidbits from the good people of Esterd. I think it's time we broaden our horizons a little bit. The fishing expedition's finished, so your dad and all the other fishermen should be back in the village. Let's go welcome them home and ask a few questions while we're at it. Ah, Partitio, hello there. Looks like the fishing expedition was a big success. King Donald will be pleased. He loves his pilchards. I imagine he'll be turning a blind eye to Prince Kiefer's antics for a while now. He'll be too busy eating. Just look at those lovely fresh pilchards. They're smooth and shiny and their eyes are bright as buttons. I could just take a bite out of one right now. I don't mean to crow, but I can't wipe the grin off my face. I have to be honest, when Pollux first suggested going that far north, I thought he had a screw loose. But then our net started filling with lovely pilchards faster than we could haul them in. It wasn't all plain sailing, though. The sea gets pretty choppy up there, and I worried we'd get out of our depth. But we made it. All's well that ends well and all that.
Huh?
Crikey, get a load of that. Look at all these fish. That's a haul and a half. Ah, Partitio, you're back. But I'm afraid there's no lunch left for you, dear. You know how much your father loves my sardines. He couldn't help himself from eating your share as well. You'll forgive him, though, won't you? After all, he tells me he's got something very interesting to show you. I have no idea what it is, but he's awfully keen for you to take a gander. Go on, don't make it wait any longer. Well, if it isn't Partitio, your dad's already back home, lad. And quite right, too. He's earned himself a rest. We caught more fish than we knew what to do with out there. But it wasn't just fish. We got something else caught in our nets as well. Your dad took it home with him as far as I know. One day I'm gonna take the helm if you see if I don't. Some of my landlubber friends asked me if I ever got bored out at sea, but they don't have a clue. The sea's never the same. One day it's angry, the next day it's laughing, then before you know it, it's sad. No, I never get tired of spending time out on the waves. Hello there, Partitio. Have you spoken to your dad yet? I know he's really keen to see you. Seems he caught something unusual in his nets, and I thought you and Prince Kiefer might like to have a look. Oh, but wait, he told us not to tell anyone that. Forget I said anything. I didn't hear anything. Did you two have fun sneaking around without me? You got some nerve. Seeing the fisherman back in town reminds me of how you ruined everything. I could have gone with him if it wasn't for you. And if that wasn't bad enough, you didn't even invite me to join whatever you guys off to. Boys. Welcome back, my lad, and Prince Kiefer, you're here as well. This is quite the gathering. You know, I could tell from the ties that this was to be a good year, but I never could have imagined it would go so well. We haven't had a haul like that in ages, not since the year you were born, in fact. Actually, now that I think about it, that year was the best of them all. Even this latest harvest doesn't come close. Remember coming home to see, all set to boast about how my pilgers were netted, and then I found you waiting for me. Talk about stealing my thunder. You didn't hang around, did you? Couldn't wait to get out in the world. I said hello and you started bawling, and then sorry son, I got a bit choked up. Let's talk about fish, shall we? Caught a lot of fish, a boatload and more. Tonight I'm gonna sleep like a log. This is the life, I tell you. Back in the bosom of my family after a hard day's fishing. What's that, my lad? You after something? A nice strong glass of anchovy... Gross. Did we find anything strange while we out at sea? Now that you mention it, yes we did in fact. A very unusual object got tangled in my nets. Where is it now? Here we go, it's an old piece of stone or something or other. I was thinking I should let someone at the castle take a look at it, and since we have a royal representative here with us, the pair of you can deliver it for me. Saves me a trip. I'm dead on my feet. Alright, Fragment 3. Hi, Mr. Cooking Pearl, my girl. You done it again. This sardine stew is a real winner. Score! The tablet fragment landed right in our laps. And don't worry, we'll hand it to your dad we'll hand it in just your dad asked. Once our adventure is over, of course. Now let's start looking for the next one.
Ah,
Alright, that's where we'll leave off for today, so next time we will continue the trials and see what this game has to offer. Then the schedule for the week is just going to be more Pandora's Tower, and then if I end up calling the playthrough because Boss 10 ends up being a pain in the butt, we'll do this game more on Thursday. So that'll be the tentative game plan, so let's go find a raid target. Go raid the Jeppy Man for his last crowd control stream while he's an ambassador. Alright, cool. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.